Hello there. Oh, let me put the light on. Hello. I would like to relate something to you. Well then, relate away. Oh, it's been a hectic day. Big hectic. I didn't know what I didn't know what the next video I would be making would be. I really did not know. And there were a couple of things that I was going to say. Actually, what happened was, I last night I decided to. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this. I can't get the words out, by the way. Metallica's 72 Seasons. I have heard 5 songs of it. It's terrible. It's not to my liking. I think it's dreadful, actually. Lux Eterna was forgettable, and I just don't relate to it. Lux Eterna was terrible. Eterna was screaming suicide. No. With darkness over the sun. You want to hear that again? I thought that went well. And Sleepwalk My Life Away, unmemorable. And A Room Full of Mirrors. Now, the lyrics to A Room Full of Mirrors is. Um, they're interesting lyrics, they're confronting lyrics, but the whole song needs to be a different tempo, a different beat. And because the entire thing gave me anxiety, maybe that was the intention. Anyway, I've decided that I don't want to listen to this album. I'm not interested in listening to this album. It's the end of the road for Metallica. I'm just not interested in listening to this album at all. And uh, but then what I did was, the other night, I went back to Patient Number 9, Ozzy, and I went back to that album, and I thought, I haven't heard it for a few months. I just haven't been there, haven't heard it, and I thought, I'm going to listen to that again. I'm going to listen to it again. And so I went and I listened to Patient Number 9, and I got all the way through it. And then last night, I got this idea in my head that I could make my own interpretation of the title track. And so I went down to the garage and I filmed myself doing that. And from the very first note that came out, I was like, but Frantic went well. That was a huge success. I did really well with that. And I'm like, and from the first note, I'm like, am I just not warmed up? Am I not, what's not working here? Ozzy has a unique voice, of course. Ozzy has a very unique voice. As it turns out, uh, it went rather badly. I filmed for about 10 minutes. I filmed for about 15 minutes. It went rather badly, and I came back up here and I'm putting it through Shotcut, and I thought maybe I could make something good out of this. And I'm watching it back. I'm like, this is a little bit bad. This is not good. And then I did make a version of it. I made an edit of it, and I spent about 40 minutes working on it in Shotcut. I know I should go back to Adobe Premiere Pro. I should go back to Adobe Premiere Pro. Thinking about Adobe Premiere Pro is that I got to put it through Shotcut at the same time, because for some reason my computer will only allow Adobe Premiere Pro to work because due to the drivers that are installed, if Shotcut is on at the same time, and Adobe Premiere Pro does give me a better outcome in how the video quality it does. It's just a weird thing with my computer. Now, um, and so I'm putting it together in Shotcut, and I'm like, well, like, this is an interesting version, and I thought, it's interesting with a bit of maybe I was about to say meaningful stuff. It's a bit interesting, at least. Um, every hallway is, no, stop, pat. I couldn't get it. And there's sometimes I do a video, actually, in fact, today, as I was out today, I was filming this reaction in my head. I'll quite often film a video in my head, like I'll actually film it in my head, in your head, in your head. I'll film a video. It was what year is that from? 95, or earlier. And quite often I'll film it in my head, and then like a couple of hours later or a day later, I'll film it if it keeps persisting. And so I watched the my version of Patient Number 9 back, and I thought, I don't want to ruin this song for everyone. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to taint the song. I thought, could I put this up in like for maybe comedy purposes? And I'm like, I don't think I should put this up. I don't think that I should. And because in my mind, because as soon as I started doing it in the garage, as soon as I started doing it in the garage, I was like, this ain't working. I'm not very. It's not working. I just got away with it for Frantic, and for If Darkness Had a Sun. I think I just got away with it, and I thought I'd try to do it differently. Then I did try to do it differently. Sometimes I make a bad video, and sometimes I do it. I'm like, this ain't working, and I bring it up here. I look at it. I'm like, and the thing is, when a video doesn't work, when I've done something that doesn't work, it's like, thing is, the thing is, when I do something that doesn't work, it's like, should I quit? Should I stop doing this? Like, that's how, that's the impact of a video that doesn't work. It's like, oh, should I stop doing this? Because the bad videos have a pretty big impact psychologically. And so, I just thought, this is just a bad video. It didn't work, it's not working, and, my failed attempt at Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9, the title track. And the more and more I did it, the more and more I was like, every hallway is painted white as the light. I'll stop. And because in my mind, oh please, Pat, stop. In my mind, I had it really good, and then when I interpret it, not so great. Um, so, yes, and really annoyed. I'm annoyed at a random citizen. Annoyed at a random citizen who found my phone. Right? They found it approximately at 3 p.m. on Sunday, which was it the 16th? Sunday the 16th, and what happened was, so they found it on Sunday, somewhere between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. They found it at Alexandria, Woolworths, and they made no attempt whatsoever to get in touch with me. And at 7:52, I sent PM, because I've been going over and over this. 7:52 PM, I sent a text message saying, "Can collect my phone anytime. Can meet you in Newtown." They replied to me at, what was it, 11:56 PM, with a weird message saying, "Found this phone today at the corner of Mitchell, and found this phone today at the entrance of Alexander Woolworths." And I'm like, at first I was completely relieved. I'm like, yes. And I gave very clear instructions about what to do with the phone and how to get it back to me. Just clear instructions, like get in touch with me or take it to Newtown Police Station. And after about an hour, I'm like, wait a minute, they've had all day to do this. They've had all day. Like, they could have either taken it straight to Newtown Police Station, handed it into Woolworths, take it to Redfern Police Station, somewhere, right? Instead, they let it, I'm pissed off about this. They let the phone sit there all day, and then didn't make any response. They didn't make any communication until I sent the text. Very blasé, very casual. I'm not impressed by it. I would be grateful and thankful to get the phone back. I would be grateful and thankful to get it back, but I think it's taken. What happened was, the person who found it on the bus, they said, "Should I give it to the bus driver?" I said, "Which bus are you on?" And if it was a 428, I should have said to her, "Look, give it to the bus driver, tell the bus driver, I'm going to pick the phone up in 20 minutes from Canterbury Station. I'll just pick it up from Canterbury Station." And I would have had it. I just should have said yes to that. Or even if they were lighting at Newtown, I could have said, okay, can you go to the townie, give them the phone, tell them I'll pick it up in 30 minutes. I didn't think of that at the time. I only thought of it 3 days later, but that's nonetheless. I'm just a little bit annoyed that 8 hours goes by, this guy did nothing. Nothing. And so, yes, my failed attempt at... But yes, of course, rather than leaving it until too late. It was a bit... I'm almost about to put this up. What I was going to say was... my failed attempt, because I actually said my failed attempt at Frantic. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Frantic, I really like my version of Frantic, and it's been a big success so far. And my failed attempt at patient number 9. Arr, arr. And yes, oh, now, in here I had that patient number 9, the album. It's a good album. It's much better than the new bloody Metallica album, I tell you. Patient number 9. Now, the thing, the cut-off point for Ozzy was, well, no more tears. It was no more tears. However, look, Osmosis, I think it's the borderline, the absolute borderline. But however, I went back to earth, down to earth. I listened to that the other day, and that was interesting. And there's some interesting songs off Ordinary Man. I don't think an album should ever be called Ordinary Man, but anyway, I'm about to upload this to YouTube, and I just had to correct that mistake. I think, yes, and yes, okay. I thought it'd go so well. The moment I started doing it, I was like, no, this is not going well. Okay, Midnight Charlie Man, Patrick. I'll probably upload this now. And yes, okay.